Good afternoon. I'm down in the lower reaches of the Lagan here, just in behind the waterfront and the Hilton Hotel there that you can see up to the right. And this is the Confiance barge, 600 tons, and it's permanently moored in this position in behind the waterfront. But it's otherwise known as the Belfast Barge. This stretch of water that it's off the Lagan that it's sitting in is actually known as Lanyon Quay. That's after Charles Langham, the famous architect who built many of Belfast's culturally brilliant buildings. So we've got the Belfast barge here, the Confiance, and it's the largest maritime themed visitor attraction in the whole of Belfast. And it also runs a restaurant upstairs called Hooligans. Here's all the notice board information given about the Belfast barge. And years ago there were lots and lots of these barges that plied up and down the Lagan and went all the way through to Lisburn, transporting things like coal, metal ores, timber, cotton, grain. They were transported up the river on lighters or up the canal, and there's one of these lighters called the Industry up at Stranmillis. Well, not as well, further up than Stranmillis, more up at Shaw's Bridge, I mean. So I'm just running the camera down that slowly. The greatest story never told, the story of maritime Belfast. And there's all the details about the MV Confiance. Now it holds a lot of maritime and industrial artefacts and photographs, documents and history about Belfast shipbuilding and life on the Belfast waterways. And Belfast was probably the world's largest shipbuilding city. And now there's virtually nothing. Right, I am now on the Confiance, the Belfast barge, and it's free. Apparently this boat came from Holland. Right. Oh. So there's a timeline. We've got the plantation of Ulster. The Belfast Charter was in 1613. And Belfast really only got underway in the 1600s. It says, stormed by Danes and Normans, ruled by Gaelic chieftains, Riverside Corporate Borough of Belfast and its castle was authorised by James I Royal Charter 1613. And then we had William of Orange coming over and taking over. From such small beginnings, a vast armada of other ships, including the Titanic, were born. The first quay opened, a door to the world. Population growth of Belfast. This series of notice boards and drawers is really telling the story of Harland and Wolff. And these were the wee boards, the timekeeping boards here. I've seen these before. And there's drawers full of information here, booklets. The starting capital for Harland and Wolff partnership was £2,416. My goodness. All sorts of stuff in here. And this is Samson and Goliath, the big cranes. The prefabricated sections of the two cranes were transported from Germany and reassembled like enormous flat packs. Rows of deep piles were driven into the clay on either side of the dock to support the base for railway lines, and the vast soaring legs were raised onto their massive multi-wheeled undercarriages. The central horizontal spans were hoisted into position and secured. I'm not sure whether that makes sense to me, but I read it out anyway. Those of an engineering background will understand all about that. And then I'll just pan down slowly there, you can read that for yourself. Test boreholes dug or drilled in 1964. And there's one of the cranes in comparison to Tower Bridge. I'm afraid I can't get the wee model to work. Oh, there's an oil rig. There's the Sequest. BP. Sequest. Built by Harland and Wolff. Model lent by the Ulster Museum. Built in Belfast, and there's one of the ships taking shape. English star sequence. Star is born. Oh, Churchill tanks. The prototype and many production models of the famous Churchill tank were built in Belfast. And there you go. Halfpenny Bridge, SS Canberra, wind turbines, various trains, Afro plane from World War I, built in Belfast. Falklands Floating Harbour was built by Harland and Wolff. The floating harbour for the Falklands War in 1982, vital to the success of the task force. All things I didn't know. And this cabin door takes you into O'Houlihan's restaurant. And apparently they do weddings and all the rest of it. So not just video inside, but you get the general idea. And very, very few people know about it. And consequently, there's very, very few people ever go down and look at the Museum of Maritime History, which is disappointing.